Hi, I'm going to be doing my persuasive video on how not to drive your car while taking selfies and doing Facebooking. There was a woman in North Carolina who died just a couple months ago. She was posting on Facebook, taking selfies, and then all of a sudden she was listening to Pharrell's Happy, and she texted on her Facebook how she was so happy and the song makes me happy, and took her eyes off the road for a couple seconds, and then she turned around, and when she looked up, she hit a truck head on. She ended up dying due to that. The police looked at her phone and found she had been taking selfies of herself, blaring the music, driving down the highway, taking pictures on her Facebook, which led to her to go head-on into traffic in front of her because she lost sight of the road because she took her eyes off of it and wasn't paying attention. Hit the truck head-on, and she ended up dying. I'm doing the video on not using Facebook and taking selfies due to the extreme accidents that have been occurring over the last several years since cell phones have been out there and added into the world. I know they just recently passed a law in New Hampshire stating that you cannot use your cell phone at all, that you would be, first fine is $50, second fine is $100, third time you lose your license. I do understand the consequences of having the cell phone in the car and also knowing that you need it for emergencies. Me being out in college and having a 14-year-old daughter, I do understand that the phone would ring. I'm in the car on the way to my school or shopping or somewhere, and I want to make sure she's okay. I do have a tendency to want to pick that phone up and answer it. I have had in the past picked the phone up and answered it. I am guilty of it as well, of not obeying the law as far as phone goes. I do, like I said, I do try to have somebody else in the car with me grab my phone and look for me. But I do not Facebook unless I'm parked and sitting there waiting for somebody. I will Facebook or take selfies. I don't do that in the car unless I'm sitting. But I do understand how the teenagers would understand how it would be fun to take pictures in the car while they're driving down the street and, you know, keep up with the Facebook and, you know, want to be out there in the world even though they're behind the car, the wheel of the car. It is quite distracting to have a phone ring while you're driving. It is to the point where there's been, like, numerous of accidents. I'm constantly hearing it on the news, Facebook, everything, that there's just people are not taking the phone and using the Bluetooth or using the car radio as a way of getting the messages on their phone, due to probably the fact that they want to take the selfies and also Facebook. Understanding, like I said, that there's not a lot of time in the world, so you take as much time as you can when you can, and if even saying behind the wheel for 2 seconds while you're at a red light to answer something versus, you know, waiting until you get home, you know, it's lost time. In saying that, I do understand why they're passing the laws as strict as they are as far as the phone goes and not to use it and how to use it. I will conclude by stating I will work harder on not touching my phone while in the car, and I agree with the laws that they should be stricter as far as drivers go in the car, as well as passengers as well, because that can be distracting to the drivers as well. And I hope that people do understand that time is precious, but also that extra time that you're spending behind the wheel looking at that phone could be the rest of your life. Thank you.